Kauslia Harchandran. So the first type of business communication is upward communication. Upward communication is a process in which the employees directly communicate with the upper management to provide feedback, share ideas, and raise concerns regarding their day-to-day work. So the upward communication helps the employees to express their requirements, ideas, and feelings. For the top management, upward communication is an important source of information for the business decisions. So the advantage of upward communication is the information received from the team members help the management remain responsive to the needs of the employees, and management can identify the issues early before they happen. Just like that, there is a disadvantage of upward communication. One of the disadvantage is sometimes the frontline employees they hesitate to let the managers know of a problem because doing so is the acceptance of failure. So the tips for maximum effectiveness in upward communication is the managers they should play the leading role in driving the successful upward communication. Thank you.
The second type of communication is downward communication. Downward communication is a type of communication that occurs when information or message travel from the upper management to the employees at lower levels in an organization structure. In other words, downward communication can be defined as a communication process that starts from the upper levels to the lower levels of an organization. For examples, downward communication is used by top management and leaders such as managers, directors or CEOs to communicate organizational goals, processes, decisions, instructions, and so on to their subordinates. Besides, downward communication also has their own advantages such as efficiency. It is because the information and orders come from the sources of authority. Next is delegation. Delegation from supervisors to subordinates representing a chain of command becomes more easier and more effective. Next is discipline. It refers to a member become more considerable, easier to maintain as downward communication to follows the company structure. Not only that, there is also the disadvantages of this communication, which is distortion. There is a risk of misleading information and message as knowledge passed through different levels of the business. Next is time consuming. Time consuming are needed because the information must be moved from one level of employees to another. And last is information loss. In this style of communication, the chances of losing information are genuine. So for this type of communication, there is a way to maximize the efficiency of communication, which is management should invite a healthy blend of upward and downward communication that can serve the workplace well. With that, this type of communication can be conveyed well to the employees.
I'm Lechim Jaislan. The third type of business communication is lateral communication. This is a form of communication that takes place between the same organizational levels in the same or different departments. It is also known as horizontal communication. Lateral communication can take the form of telephone calls, memos, letters, emails, informal discussion, and meeting planned by the group. Advantage of lateral communication is end of misunderstanding. There is no chance of misunderstanding in lateral communication among employees. Therefore, it is helpful to management for improved mutual understanding and good decision making. Next, informal and sweet relationship. This is the same status level communication system. They exchange ideas, knowledge, and thoughts. So, an informal and sweet relationship can be maintained. On the other side, the disadvantage is lack of control. Sometimes too much horizontal communication creates problems and it may become difficult to control in the business. Other than that, wastage of time. Such communication involves unnecessary categorization of data which can destroy the useful and valuable time of superiors. Next, tips for maximum effectiveness. Communicating through video chat, one-on-one conversation, or phone calls is most effective at clearing up misunderstandings. In addition, pay special attention to how teams communicate and interact to be able to identify the potential problems.
Next is external communication. So what is external communication? External communication moves information from the inside of the organization to outside parties, such as prospect, customer, investor, vendors, partners, sponsors, lawmaker, regulatory body, the media, consultants of the general public. So how it works in action. So for such an example, a press release is deployed to inform the media about a new product coming out. The next example is a sale proposal is presented to generate interest from investors. And the last example is where a website informs prospect why they may want a company products or services. As usual, there are pros and cons for external communication. So let's talk about pros first. So when performed successfully, external communication has a positive impact on the company public personnel and reputation, making it more desirable to stakeholders and customers. External communication is also directly tied to customer communication and the ability to create and maintain those relationships. So the quality of this kind of communication is for the utmost importance. External communication are how outside business, customer, partners, investor, and the rest of your audience perceive your business and get to know it. Ensuring that every piece of external communication is carefully curated takes time, but when done right, it is a significant contribution to company growth. Now let's talk about cons. So when poorly executed, external communication can present customers with conflicting messages that tarnish the company's reputation. One wrong piece of data, a missed target audience, or careless quote can sink an entire marketing campaign and have a lasting negative impact on a company's ability to succeed. So each piece of externally facing communication needs to be carefully curated and analyzed. Without good internal communication, employees will likely struggle with creating a good external communication. There is also tips for maximum effectiveness of external communication. So first, be straightforward and to the point. Readers want value. In other words, remember that they want to know what is this about and what's in it for me. Know your audience. Extensive research is key to external messaging as you will want the right language, tone, imagery, and channel. Complement internal communication style but never replace them. And the last one is connect employees and customers, which can lead to a wider information exchange that encourage customers to engage with your brand more. It also allows employees to gain a deeper understanding of the target audience.